Love your baby more than anything in this world. You would never intentionally hurt them, not even for a second. But what if I told you that right now, today? You are doing things that hurt your baby's feelings deeply, and you have no idea. Not because you're a bad parent, not because you don't care, but because nobody ever told you what your baby actually feels. Child psychology research has uncovered something extraordinary. Something that is changing the way experts understand baby behavior. Your baby feels emotions, real complex, powerful emotions from the very first weeks of life. They feel hurt, they feel dismissed, they feel ignored, they feel afraid. And they feel all of this long before they can tell you. Today, I'm going to share 10 things that most loving parents do every single day that research suggests genuinely hurt their baby's emotional development. Some of these will shock you, some will break your heart a little. But all of them can be fixed. Starting today. For generations, parents were told that babies don't understand, that they're too young to feel real emotions, that they'll forget, that they won't remember, that it doesn't really matter yet. Here's what developmental psychology actually tells us. Research suggests that babies begin forming emotional memories and responses as early as 2 to 3 months of age. Their brains are not blank slates. They are sponges absorbing every interaction, every tone of voice, every moment of connection, and every moment of disconnection. What happens in the first year of life may shape the emotional foundation your baby carries into childhood and beyond. This is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you up, because the good news is, once you know, you can change it. Thing number one: looking at your phone while your baby is trying to connect with you. Here is a scenario every parent knows. Your baby is on the floor, they look up at you. They babble, they reach toward you. And you are on your phone answering a message, scrolling through your feed, doing something that feels important in that moment. You glance up, you smile, you look back down, and your baby goes quiet. Research by developmental psychologist Edward T. Aronich, known for the still face experiment, suggests that when a caregiver suddenly becomes unresponsive to a baby's emotional bids, the baby's stress levels rise rapidly. Their heart rate increases. They try harder to get your attention, and when they cannot, they withdraw. They learn at a very young age that their attempts to connect may not be answered. This does not mean you can never look at your phone. It means that when your baby is reaching for you, reaching with their eyes, their sounds, their hands, that moment deserves your face, not your screen. Thing number two: dismissing their cry as manipulation. They're just trying to get attention. They're fine, let them cry it out. If I pick them up every time, I'll spoil them. These phrases have been passed down through generations of well-meaning parents and grandparents. But child psychology research tells a very different story. Studies suggest that when babies cry and receive no response, they are not learning independence. They are learning something far more damaging. They are learning that their distress does not matter, that the world does not respond to their pain. Researcher John Bulb's foundational work on attachment theory suggests that a baby who cries and is consistently not comforted develops what researchers call an insecure attachment pattern. This pattern, research indicates, can affect how that child forms relationships for years to come. Your baby is not manipulating you when they cry. They have no ability to manipulate. They are communicating, and every time you respond, you are teaching them that their voice matters. Thing number three: forcing eye contact or interaction when your baby looks away. Your baby is playing. You lean in close, calling their name, trying to get them to look at you. They turn their head away, you move to face them again. They turn away again. Most parents interpret this as the baby being uninterested or even rejecting them. Here is what baby behavior research actually suggests is happening. When a baby looks away during an interaction, they are not rejecting you. They are regulating. Their developing nervous system has reached its stimulation limit. Looking away is their only way of saying, I need a moment. When we follow their gaze and force re-engagement, Research suggests we are overriding their self-regulation system. We are teaching their brain that their cues will be ignored. The fix is simple. When your baby looks away, pause. Wait for them to look back, and when they do, respond warmly. That pause is not rejection, that pause is trust. Thing number 4, raising your voice around your baby, even when you're not angry at them. You're on the phone, frustrated with a coworker. You raise your voice slightly. You argue with your partner in the next room. You react loudly to something on the television. Your baby is in the room, and they heard everything. Research suggests that babies as young as 6 months old can detect emotional tone in voices, particularly anger. A study from the University of Oregon found that sleeping infants showed brain responses to angry tones of voice. Even while completely asleep, their developing brain is wired to detect threat. And an angry voice signals threat. Every time your baby is near raised, angry, or harsh voices, their stress response activates. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises in their tiny body over time. Research suggests repeated early exposure to high conflict emotional environments may affect how their stress response system develops. This does not mean you must be silent and perfect. It means being aware that your baby is always listening and always feeling. Thing number 5, handing them to strangers without giving them time to feel safe. Your relative visits, they reach for your baby immediately. Your baby clings to you, starts crying, turns their face away. And you wanting to be polite, gently push them toward this person. It's okay, go to grandma, but your baby's feelings in that moment are real. Child psychology research on what is called stranger anxiety suggests that between 6 and 12 months of age, babies develop a strong understanding of who is safe and who is unknown. This is not a flaw, this is intelligence. Their brain is doing exactly what it is supposed to do, protecting them. When we override that protective response by forcing contact, research suggests we may be teaching our baby that their fear will not be respected, that their body signals do not matter. The better approach, let the new person sit near the baby. Let them warm up at their own pace. Let them choose when they are ready. A baby who chooses to go to someone feels powerful. A baby who is pushed feels helpless. Thing number 6, leaving without saying goodbye. It feels kinder, doesn't it, to slip out quietly while they are distracted. To avoid the crying, the reaching, the heartbreak on their tiny face. So, you disappear and your baby looks up and you are gone. Developmental psychology research suggests that this approach, known as the Irish goodbye, may actually cause more distress than a proper farewell. When a baby cannot predict your comings and goings, their attachment system goes into high alert. They become more clingy, not less, because they have learned that you can disappear at any moment. Research on secure attachment suggests that babies who receive a warm, consistent goodbye ritual show lower stress responses during separations. They learn, you leave, and you always come back. That predictability builds the foundation of emotional security. Your goodbye, even if it causes brief tears, is a gift. Thing number 7, using a flat, emotionless voice when you are stressed or distracted. You are exhausted, you change the diaper, you feed them. You do everything right on paper, but your face is blank, your voice is flat. You are going through the motions. Research by developmental psychologist Colin Trevorrow suggests that babies are exquisitely tuned to the emotional tone of caregivers. They do not just hear your words, they read your face, they feel your energy. They mirror your emotional state. When a caregiver is emotionally absent, even while physically present, babies show signs of distress. They try harder to engage, they make more sounds, they reach more. And when they cannot reach you emotionally, they too go flat. This is called emotional withdrawal. In infant psychology, you cannot be joyful every moment. That is not realistic. But research suggests that even brief moments of genuine warm emotional presence, singing, smiling, talking, can counteract the effects of a hard day. Your baby does not need perfection, they need you, really, you even for 5 minutes. Thing number 8, laughing at your baby's fear. Your baby sees something new. A mask, a loud toy, a stranger wearing a hat. Their face crumples, they cry, and the adults in the room laugh. Isn't that adorable? Look how scared they are. To adults, it is funny. To your baby, it is the most real fear they have ever felt. And the people they trust most in the world are laughing at it. Child psychology research suggests that how caregivers respond to a baby's fear directly shapes how that baby learns to process fear in the future. When fear is met with warmth and reassurance, the baby learns fear is manageable. When fear is met with laughter and dismissal, research indicates the baby may learn to suppress their emotional responses, to hide fear, to not show vulnerability, because showing it did not bring comfort. It brought laughter. The next time your baby is scared, even of something that seems silly to you, get down to their level, acknowledge what they feel, let them know you see them. That moment of being truly seen in their fear is one of the greatest gifts you can give them. Thing number 9, rushing through their feeding or comfort moments. You are busy. The bottle is done in 10 minutes, the feed is quick and efficient. You are already thinking about the next thing on your list. But for your baby, feeding is not just nutrition. Research in infant psychology suggests that feeding is one of the primary bonding experiences in a baby's early life. It is during these moments, skin to skin, eye to eye, that the baby's brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone when feeding is rushed. When there is no eye contact, no soft talking, no warm presence. Research suggests the baby receives nutrition, but misses the emotional nourishment that feeding is also designed to provide. Slow down, look at them during feeding, talk to them softly, let them set the pace. These quiet moments, as ordinary as they seem, are some of the most powerful brain-building interactions of their entire early life. Thing number 10, and this one is the hardest to hear, not being present. Even when you are in the same room, you are there. Your body is there, but your mind is somewhere else. On the worry about money, on the argument from this morning, on the endless mental load of being a parent, and your baby feels it. Research in what psychologists call psychological availability suggests that a caregiver who is physically present but mentally absent provides significantly less emotional security to their baby than one who is fully present even for shorter periods. Your baby does not need you there for 12 hours a day. They need you there, truly there, for the moments that matter. The moments when they look up and find your eyes. The moments when they babble and you respond. The moments when they reach and you reach back. Those moments, research consistently suggests, are the building blocks of everything they will become. Here is what I want you to take away from this. You are not a bad parent. The fact that you watched this video to the end, the fact that you wanted to know, tells me everything about the parent you are. Nobody has given a manual when their baby arrives. Nobody is told that a baby feels emotions this deep, this early, this powerfully. Now you know, and now you can choose. Differently, not perfectly, not all at once, but one moment at a time. Put the phone down when their eyes find yours. Stay a little longer at bedtime. Say goodbye even when it hurts. Get down to their level when they are scared. These are not grand gestures, they are small moments. But to your baby, they are everything. If this video helped you see your baby differently, please subscribe to The Baby Mind. Every week, we decode the hidden psychology behind your baby's behavior and emotions. Backed by real research, explained simply, because your baby is feeling more than you know, and they need you to know.